Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we are going to be looking at the loadout that I'm going to be using on Revontuli Coast, and also setting up our duck blinds here on Yukon Valley, because I do think that this map is going to be pretty good for duck hunting since it will have a unique species being the Harlequin duck. It'll be the same for Parque Fernando with the teal, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to hunt those maps for waterfowl. Now, I have found this little spot right here that looks like it's going to be a pretty cool area to set up some decoys and blinds. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get things set up. We've got the waterfowl blinds along with the decoys, and I think it's time that we put them down. And here we go. Here is the first setup that we got going. I think this will be a pretty decent one to use. I've got two blinds here for the off chance that I want to do some multiplayer goose or duck hunting, or I guess for this map it would be duck hunting. But I do want to kind of do this with a lot of my setups on all the maps. I do want to get multiple blinds in one area because I do think it'll be cool to do some multiplayer duck and goose hunting. Once this update drops, it seems like it's a lot better than it currently is, and I'm really excited to just see how much fun it's going to be in a multiplayer setting, because I do think it could be pretty amazing after this Waterfowl rework. You know, I've got a sneaking suspicion that these marshy, swampland type areas in Yukon are probably going to be pretty good for Harlequin ducks once this update drops. We are going to get a complete rework of the home ranges of all of the different fowl species, so I got a feeling that these areas right through here are going to be just amazing for ducks. I got a feeling it's going to be really good, and because of that, I kind of want to get a couple setups in this area because I do think it'll be good to prepare for that. Now, like I did mention, or at least I think I mentioned it at the beginning of this video, I definitely don't recommend doing this if you aren't wanting to have to move things around a little bit, but just for the fact of being prepared, I want to get some of these setups placed down early. That way I can go check to see if any of them actually will be good the second that this update drops. However, it's not letting me place decoys here. Is this just not an area where you can have them? No, it doesn't look like it is. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I do know that once this update hits, we will be able to place our decoys on land and in water, so I'm assuming that will remove this whatever's blocking me right now from placing these, so it's looking like this area is going to have to wait till they make these changes. Well, I think we found another area that's going to be kind of cool to set up some decoys. I think this will be just as cool as the previous one. It's a little bit further out of the way than that last one. However, there is actually some ducks already here with the current duck system, so hopefully when they rework them, there will also be some ducks here as well, because this does look like it could be a pretty cool area to actually take some out. And also, I think I might have forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but we will definitely be taking this loadout onto multiplayer and hunting with the drilling rifle a little bit, since that is the gun I'm going to be using while I'm setting things up like this. And I think it's going to be a very effective one to use, so I definitely want to get a little bit of hunting in with that thing, and until then, let's go ahead and set up the blinds for this area. Alright, well, I am definitely liking the way this setup is looking as well. I gotta say, it's gonna be so nice to finally be able to hunt ducks like this and use an actual blind instead of just relying on shooting them with the 22. It's not the most immersive experience currently, and it's gonna be so nice to actually have some ducks that act the way they should. It's really gonna be a huge change that's gonna be a ton of fun, and I just can't wait for it. So I think that since we're a little more limited on locations I can actually place down decoys, I think we're only going to set up one more decoy setup for now, and then we'll do the rest of them once the update drops, so I'll have a little more variety on places I can place them. But let's go ahead and find the third and final location for this video, and then we're going to actually get into a little bit of hunting with the drilling rifle, just to kind of show the versatility that it has when you're trying to make room in your inventory for tents and things like that, and you don't necessarily have all the space to carry 3 to 4 weapons on you. It really can be a great gun for when you're trying to set up a map, because a lot of times when you get a map for the first time, or when there's a brand new update, you're going to have the tents on you, you're going to now have the decoys on you because of the ducks. So you're not going to have a lot of room for a lot of guns, and the drilling rifle will really help you with saving space in your inventory. Oh my gosh, this is actually amazing. I did not think that I would actually be able to place things right here, but it actually is letting me place a setup here if my dog would stay out of the way, but this is really cool. This is actually going to be a pretty cool area to be taking out some ducks, and it's definitely going to add a little bit of variety to the hunting, which is going to be awesome. I'm definitely down for kind of a, I guess a little marshy hunting area. This is really cool. Never would I have expected that you would actually be able to place things right here, because it really seems like it's not enough water, but I guess that they're actually allowing it, which is really cool. You'll be able to get the ducks super close and just take them out in this really cool grassy area. I am all for this, and I can't wait to hunt this spot. Well, what more fitting thing to start taking out than some Harlequin ducks, and we actually managed to get a couple of them down. We will go ahead and try to spot all these as they fly away, just to make sure we're not going to be missing out on any diamonds, and doesn't look like we will be, but we might as well try to take down a couple more of them, just in case we manage to get ourselves a level 2 diamond. And I gotta say, the drilling rifle with the 16 gauge shells did pretty good. It reached out there pretty far and got those ducks down, and what did I am at a loss for words. I don't know what that was, and I probably don't want to know what that was. And oh gosh, it's happening. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the ducks are like what? Oh gosh, what am I looking at? I mean, they're dead. What is going on? Oh, this is weird. This is so weird. Okay, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. It's happening as they're floating over. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. It's literally raining Harlequin ducks. So I literally have no way to get to any of these Harlequin duck. I tried waiting, but they're actually not floating over. They're just repeatedly dropping from the sky. So we're just gonna have to move on and hope we can find something else. Well, it seems like we got ourselves some wolves over in this direction, so let's head over there and see if we can take them down with the drilling rifle. Very interested to see how this is gonna go with it being single shot. But you know what? We're gonna do our best. And I think what we're actually going to do is go into our inventory and switch over to the 16 gauge slug so that we can actually have 3 shots before needing to reload. All we'll have to do is hold down R to switch over to the shotgun shells, and we should be good. Oh my gosh. Well, multiplayer is being multiplayer today. I can already tell. Between the ducks and this wolf just chilling here, I got a feeling this is going to be a single player kind of day. However, it does seem like there is some more down there, so just blast this guy and we'll go down there. Really unfortunate that they're bugging out a lot today, but that is the one downside to multiplayer. The connection can really influence a lot of things with the game, and unfortunately, freezing animals is one of the unfortunate side effects of playing multiplayer. But you know, I remember a time in Call of the Wild's history where single player had freezing animals just as often, and eventually they did fix that to the point where now it's almost non-existent. There's still a couple areas where that does happen from time to time in single player, more notably on Rancho del Arroyo with some of the whitetail zones. However, it happens way more often in multiplayer, and 9 times out of 10, it's based on your connection to the server. It is nice to see that the game has kind of improved with removing stuff like freezing animals and animals getting stuck on objects, but multiplayer still has quite a bit of that, unfortunately, and I really don't think there's anything they can ever do to fix it just because of the fact that it is heavily based on your connection. It's sad to see, but in most cases, I guess it is something that can be easily worked around by just ignoring them. Oh, wow, there we go. That's a wolf that's actually not bugged, which is great to see. We at least get to take out one of them. And there we go. That one is now down. I'm wondering if there's any more with him. I don't think so, though. It seems to be the only one in the area. Alright, so after we pick this thing up, we're actually going to go hunt some grizzlies because the host just changed the time to where we can have a couple hours of grizzly hunting, or I think 1 hour if I'm not mistaken, but either way it's going to give us a little bit of time to hunt some grizzlies, so let's head down and do that. Well, since we have spooked these off, we might as well try to get a few shots into them. I want to see if we can maybe get ourselves a good duck down today. If we could get ourselves a diamond one, that would be great. It's unfortunate we really can't use the drilling rifle at this range, but maybe we can at least get a couple of these. We did get one. However, there is still 2 of them flying up there, and it'd be nice if we could get both of them down, but it's really not looking like that because, as you guys know, my duck aim's not the greatest. You know, I stand corrected. Okay, so I don't actually see the birds. I see the tracks for their the blood tracks, but I don't see the actual birds, and that's a little bit concerning. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that multiplayer is being weird. Either that or they just died way farther away than where I shot them. That's very interesting. Can one of these be a level 2 diamond? Because that is quite a large possibility with the 6 to 7 weight or score estimate Harlequin ducks. So hopefully one of these will make it, but so far neither of those did, which means we have one more opportunity, and I have no idea where that third opportunity is. So we're gonna have to go find him. There we go. We got the final duck right here. I actually don't know what plumage type that is, but it looks good regardless of what it is. It is another dark gray. 6.90 though, that is the biggest one. Hopefully we can find one that's a little bit closer to diamond or just barely over it. That'd be amazing. This one did hit the 0.70 kg mark though, which means it is a little bit larger level 2. So it's good to see we're moving up in the right direction. Well, it looks like we got ourselves some more ducks over here. Unfortunately, I just remembered I don't have birdshot equipped in my rifle at the moment because we were after those wolves for a second, so we're just gonna have to rely on the 22 once again. I was really hoping that we could actually take these out with the shotgun, and then I realized that I completely forgot to change the ammo type. Luckily, the host of this server did leave, so we don't have to worry about hunting pressure or anything like that, because it's not going to affect their map, so we can just blast away at all these ducks and hope that they don't glitch out into the air again like... Oh gosh, they're doing it again. What is wrong with the Harlequins in multiplayer? I swear, every single one of them does this until you get super close to it. It's so strange, and that one right there is nothing special, but oh my gosh, it's never ending. Just falling out of the sky constantly. I don't even know what we can do to get to those, because the only way that I've seen to get it to stop is when you get close enough. And that's such a strange thing. Never before have I seen this until this video right here, and I'm really curious what is causing it. I'm going to assume that it's just multiplayer things, but still, it's so odd. Well, honestly, with multiplayer being so weird today, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Let's hope that this one right here is something special. And it's a 6.90, so once again, not a diamond, but another duck down on the day. It's really unfortunate we didn't get to use the drilling rifle as much as I liked to, or as much as I would have liked to. However, we did get to use the 22 quite a bit, which, I mean, I guess that's not really any different than any other video, but I guess on the bright side, we did get to kind of set up some of our Harlequin setups on our own Yukon map, and then we hunted around in multiplayer a little bit, but sadly did not really get anything too special. But at least we got those setups done, and I kind of showed you guys the loadout I'm going to be using for setting things up on these different maps. But anyway, if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys would like to see next on the channel, and I will try to respond to as many of the comments as I can. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!